Hi, welcome to a Christmas special about learning to juggle. I'd like to start by debunking a few myths about juggling. A lot of people think that it's all about being a really good catcher and that they should practice like cricket, slip catching to try and improve their ability to juggle. And that's not the case. It's actually about throwing. So let me demonstrate. Suppose that I can throw from my right hand to my left hand without needing to move my left hand, like so. Okay, left hand barely moves. Compare this to, like, having a really good throwing arm, but having to go here. Now imagine that I'm trying to juggle with three. If I'm having to move around all over the place, it's much more difficult to juggle. It's about throwing. Another thing is that people think that it takes a long time to learn to juggle, and I don't think that's the case. It does take a lot of practice, but I think it's far more effective if you focus that practice at one time. So I learned to juggle three in about 3 days, doing nothing else but learning to juggle. So let's start throwing some balls. To start, in your bedroom, just throw from one hand to the other, like so. And try and focus on minimal movement of your catching hand. Okay? So low and high. This might get a bit boring after a while, so you can move on to two. Now, a lot of people juggle two like this. There's nothing wrong with this, but my left hand's not really working very hard. This isn't great practice for learning to juggle three. Much better to do the throw, catch method. You might have heard this before. So 2 throws and 2 catches. Throw, catch. Throw, catch. Now in this pattern, there's a break. So throw, catch. Break, throw, catch. And it's in this break that we fit the third ball when we're juggling three. Okay, so throw, and then we throw the third ball in that break. So this is exactly the same as our throw, catch with 2, but we've added an extra ball. People try and juggle 3 like they juggle 2, and that's very tricky. So my left hand's having to work very hard passing across, and my right hand throwing very high indeed. Okay, but this is relaxed, this is calming, soothes the brain. But, so my hands are throwing the balls inside the ones that are coming down to be caught. Oh, we can do it the other way around. We can cross our hands. Or the other way. And if we keep crossing our hands, we get this thing which is called Mill's mess. Now, it's called a mess because if you don't see the hand, it's very hard to work out actually where they might be. You do this with glow-in-the-dark balls. People wonder where on earth your hands are going. The balls don't need to cross. This thing is called Boston mess. And the hands are doing the crossing instead of the balls. Okay. Now, juggling 2 in one hand, which is a skill that some people try to acquire. Now, I'm going to try and juggle 2 in one hand how most people do it. It's very hard. You see people trying to throw in front. And see, my right arm is going in and out. Very hard work. Much better to try and throw inside, like this. So you note that I'm throwing the ball inside the one that's coming down. So with the left hand it looks like this. You throw inside. Once you've got that, you might throw outside. So the balls are rotating the other way. Or try this, which is called columns. So each ball has its own column that it goes up in. And then, if you're feeling very adventurous, this is called infinity, because my right hand makes an infinity sign. Columns is the basis for lots of cool juggling tricks. Let me just show you one. So this thing is called the robot. Or machine. Okay, but 2 in one hand is also the basis for juggling 4. Now, when people try to juggle 4, they try and cross them. They try and do this. Okay, which is spectacularly difficult. It's far more difficult than it needs to be. When you're juggling 4, the balls shouldn't cross hands. It's really just 2 in one hand, in both hands at the same time. So if you're doing it like this, but it looks a bit snazzier if you do them out of sync. But notice that the balls aren't crossing hands. They're staying in the same hands. So these were the throws going inside, they go outside. If they go in columns, it's like this. Okay, you can also play some sports with juggling. So you can play tennis, for instance. So here's a throw over. And if you just throw over like this, you're doing tennis with yourself. And forehand, backhand. You can throw under, over, every single throw over. So you can try and do every single throw under the opposite arm, but this gets quite insane. So that just about brings us to the end of this crash course in learning to juggle. I hope over the Christmas holidays you find some time to try and pick it up. I assure you it's worth every minute of practice. I've had incredible fun, and I hope that you will have as much fun as I've had.